Hello, champions. Hope you're doing great, guys, and the preparation is going in great swing. By now, you might have received your VSV kit along with the VSV workbooks. Once you open the VSV box and when you unwrap it, you might have seen the planners, which is the first of the kind in the country. And so, what exactly is that? Why we have given planners for each and every subject? The most important thing the student is confused about during the revision phase and like the clueless is how much time I have to spend for the reading. Whether if I can spend like 30 minutes on this, whether it's a right where I'm spending too much time on this, because if there is no time bound thing and if there is no specific criteria and a time limit for that, we may extend reading it and we should not underdo, we should not overdo. So then we devise this plan. First, we start with the faculty and considering an average student. This is the time needed for first reading, second reading, and for a quick revision. If you take from the percentile 100, so this is like somewhere between a student who falls under like 35 to 50 percentile average, like can do that with this time frame. So if you are above average student and the topper, you'll take absolutely like 20 to 35% less than the time mentioned here. This is designed and devised in a way that even a slightly average and slightly below average student can make it up. So mark my words, entire anesthesia, the first reading can be completed in 360 minutes, and I'm going to demonstrate how we can do that. And second reading in 180 minutes, and quick revision 80 minutes. And this is assuring and ensuring you won't miss even a single question and touching upon all the important points. So it is like that urgency, and the way how we designed this is time bound revision. Because if there is no endpoint, we'll keep doing it. So let's take an example of, I'll just like demonstrate pre-anesthetic checkup. I mentioned like the first reading time is 20 minutes. Let's see like how it can do, how we can do that. So first, like when we are starting the chapter, this is pre-anesthetic checkup. So we have already know like there are like 5 important topics in this. So once you see to that pre-anesthetic checkup, there's no need to again see to that, okay, what are the goals, the develop rapport, reduce anxiety. No, yeah, it's a physical status classification. You know what are the 6 grades, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and quickly go through that. Okay, this is the thing. And you know, like okay, 3 and 4 are important because they look similar and can do that. Then the previously we have highlighted something. E indicates emergency and like multi-organ dysfunction, and you can just go through this. This will take hardly a minute. Then when you go to modified METS, metabolic equivalent of task score, what is it like? What is how much is one METS and how you calculate? You can spend 1 more minute on this. Will you take more than a minute on this? Absolutely no. Then modified Malapati grading. Right, like okay, modified Malapati grading 4 grades, like which are easy, which are difficult, and just see to the image of modified particularly. Okay, fine. Oh, uvula. If I can see the entire uvula is 1, tip of uvula is not seen is 2, 3, only base of now, you can see that, see the image. And then move ahead. Then the predictors of difficult airway. There's no need to buy heart. This is all about like few things like which you can see glance. No need to buy heart the things. Once you understand the concept, keep moving. Then you know this is important. What are the drugs that has to be continued and stopped on the day of surgery? Focus on this. Okay. You can spend like a couple more minutes on this because it's something like which you need to remember. Then among this again, the important, what are the important things like aspirin, clopidogrel, and warfarin, heparin? Spend on that and keep moving ahead. Then what are the things which has to be continued and stopped? Then fasting guidelines. So then what are the drugs that can be the pre-medication drugs? So all it needs, when you understand the prioritization thing, like obviously we might have emphasized in the class, even without that, like when you keep going through these points, so this won't take, though we mentioned that 20 minutes, you can very well complete the reading in 10 to 15 minutes. But as I said, like it is planned in such a way, even a student who thinks they are average or slightly below average, they can complete within 20 minutes. You can read just the ASA physical status classification, like going line by line, trying to do that in next 20 minutes. But that's not the case. So as that urgency should be there, like how much time we need. If you want to clean your home or your room for 1 week, you can take it for 1 week. You say like I have 30 minutes. In the 30 minutes, you'll be able to do like 80 to 90%. That should be the motto, like how you should be going ahead. And most important thing, please take the timings which are mentioned here very, very religiously. If I mention 20 minutes, if you are not done in the class of anesthesia, when I say if it's not in 30 minutes, in 3 minutes time, you'll be moving ahead. Similarly, if you're not able to complete in 20 minutes, don't take a chance to take for extend for 5 minutes. You stop. If you're out of 10 pages, if you're able to complete only 8 pages, move it. So what? Leave about those 2 pages. Keep moving. You should give that command to the brain that if you won't complete in this, you're not going to get an extra time. Just try doing it for 1 to 3 chapters. First 1 to 3 chapters, it will be difficult. Then, like obviously, you will fall on track. So that is what it is. That is how the planner is. Right? And after doing this, we had done a trail with around 50 students, like which are like the present students and also the last year students, whether we will be really able to do that. And yes, the students are pretty much able to do that. This is a tested thing, and for every subject, this has been designed in such a way. So I'm saying you anesthesia evolution basic principles. Though I mentioned 5 minutes, you know that. Like, see, for most of you, what I mentioned for the second reading time, you can the second reading time within 3 minutes you can complete the first reading also. But having said that, even if you go at a pace, within 5 minutes you can complete anesthesia evolution basic principles, pre-anesthetic checkup in 20 minutes, anesthesia workstation machine 15. What is there in anesthesia workstation machine? Like, see, it is like hardly you see the machine, then water belongs to high, intermediate, low pressures, then what are the cylinder colors, pin index safety system. This is the table. Like, so these are the images. So then going back to this table, you can spend like 2 to 3 minutes on this table. So don't try to read and like reinforce and like multiple times the things which you don't know or which you know, and the things which you feel that you forget. Just go through that and put a mark on this. So that what happens is when you go for a second revision, suppose in this entire table, if you feel there's a difficulty in remembering the pin index of oxygen and nitrous oxide, just put a small star mark. So next time when you're going for a second revision or a quick revision, obviously this has been because this is subjective to you, which you have marked it. Your thought process will immediately, your concentration will go there. First, you will see there, and then you will go to the rest of the table. That is how you can do that. And the second reading, you can put a highlighter and you can highlight like what are the things which you want to highlight. In the quick read, you will do only those things. So, in that way, in 80 minutes, you can complete your quick revision. So, this has been designed in such a way that you can very well complete. Each of you can complete 3 revisions, my dear. And similarly, even when it comes to intravenous induction agents, I mentioned 30 minutes. 30 minutes for intra-induction agents. So what are this? Like just see that. Like let's think practically. We have how many drugs? Leaving about the mechanism of action. Thiopentone, propofol, ketamine, etomidate, and we discussed about benzodiazepines and we discussed about dexmedetomidine. Okay. Among the four drugs, we all know most of the points. Like, but again, like going back to this, if you go and see the IV induction agents. So this is the table. How to master this table? You can very well spend like good 3 to 5 minutes on this table. Okay, what are the things like which is the pH, what is the induction dose, onset, duration of action, half-life, metabolism, and then various actions on various systems, uses, contraindications you can spend on this. And then going forward, for each drug, there's no need to spend more 2 minutes. So that is how you can strategize your reading. So before you start a particular subject, let's keep yourself start with a positive vibration that I remember most of the things. Don't start with I don't remember this thing. What I won't remember 10%, 20%. See, usually what happens is in our brain subconsciously, we once we read the first read and once we attend the class. See, worst scenario, even if you are not read, you have attended the class, or you might have read like those two things. 60 to 70% is there already in the subconscious mind. Like so once you see that it will spark. So start the subconscious mind. I'm reinforcing. I'm trying to do that, and I will do that. And trust me, if you start doing upon like a chapter by chapter, your confidence will enhance immensely, and that will automatically reflect on your preparation and the scores, and you can do it, guys. And if you are facing any, if you are not able to complete within this particular time frame, reach us out. We will see how best we can help you out, guys. And this is very much possible within 360 minutes. You can do that, and I am confident on you guys. You will be able to do with less than 360 minutes also, but 360 minutes. For the second read, 180 minutes. Quick revision, 80 minutes. So how you can decrease the time? While doing the first revision, put a star mark or highlighters, like whatever is there. And when you are doing the second reading, the other way. So for the first time, if you put a star mark, second time highlighter, and keep moving back. So I'm going to explain the chapter wise, like how you can allocate the time as shown in the screen here. So for anesthesia evaluation and basic principles, I'm saying for the first reading, it should not exceed 5 minutes, pre-anesthetic checkup 20 minutes, anesthesia workstation 15 minutes, breathing systems 10 minutes, airway equipment 30 minutes, monitoring 20 minutes, intravenous injection agents 30 minutes, opioids 20 minutes, inhalation agents 30 minutes, muscle relaxants 30 minutes, local anesthetic drugs 30 minutes, regional anesthesia 30 minutes, anesthesia subspecialties and coexisting diseases 30 minutes. So I know it's too much of time for that, but considering various systems, we have allocated that. Anesthesia daycare surgery 10 minutes, miscellaneous 10, CPR 20 minutes, and mechanical ventilation 20 minutes. So in this, when you go to that particular page, visually it will first you have to go to that points and then go to the rest of the page. That's how the preparation should be. Let's prepare systematically and get excellent ranks in both INSET May 2025 and NEET PG 2025, and let's celebrate big time along with your parents in the success meet, guys. Looking forward. All the very best, champions.